Hello, welcome to Jenny's Food Network. I had just done a video about my video response on the protein powder stuff that someone had asked me in a private message in my inbox, and I had mentioned about my thoughts on the carb bars. So I wanted to break up this message, okay? So that first video is done. Now I'm on to my second video. Okay. And this person had also mentioned, what do you recommend for someone whose local store doesn't have a lot of options? Because my store, and he had put in parentheses, I don't live in the city, and then says has some options of fruits and vegetables, but not a lot, so I can't get the health benefits of other fruits and vegetables because they don't have those fruits and vegetables. And what do you recommend if you do have a garden in mind? Then would you mind doing a video on how to start a healthy one? Because nowadays because people nowadays use pesticides and all that other crap, and I would like to see you make one. This person's talking about me creating a garden, okay? A fruit and vegetable garden. Because your info on food and your food is awesome, and I hope to see more videos in the future, and I agree with 100% of your videos. So this is a really cool email, a YouTube message to me, and it's great to make a video so I can share this with people. I mean, good points here. So, okay, so this person does not live in the city. So this person probably lives out somewhere kind of in a rural area where it's kind of far from the grocery store, or just far from everything, or pretty much out in the countryside area where it's just like off the road somewhere and it's just not that many stores and not many neighbors nearby. So it's gonna be really inconvenient to go to the grocery store just to get something. So I can totally understand that, okay? And when this person goes to the store, the fruits and vegetables, there are not a lot of options. So there's not gonna be a lot of, so there aren't gonna be a lot of like variations on fruits and vegetables to choose from. Okay. So this, oh hey, how you doing? Great to see you. I know they are. Great to see you. Say hi. I know, they're getting so big. Great to see you, Katrina. Right. Okay, so I'm sorry about that sweet neighbor. Okay. Okay, so this person comes with an idea of a garden, which is a very great idea. A garden to grow your own fruits and vegetables naturally, and because these days there's tons of like pesticides in fruits and vegetables. And I had mentioned in my other video about the juicing video that I did, about how some people are just getting sick from juicing. And you're like, how can you be sick when juicing is supposed to be really healthy for you? Well, it wasn't the nutrition that was making the person sick. It was actually from the pesticides that were used on the fruits and vegetables, okay? So when you do juicing, some people don't peel their lemons, or they don't peel their ginger. They leave the skin on, okay? They don't peel it off. And if you have apples, okay, like fruits with the skin on, they don't peel it off. They just like, they just put it in the juice machine to blend in with their other juicing fruits and vegetables, whatever they want to do. So if you don't peel the skin, you're pretty much ingesting the spray on the outside of the skin. And if you intake a large amount when you're juicing, you're pretty much poisoning yourself. It's really scary. And I heard somewhere in a documentary that they were saying, like in India, I believe it was India, people who were going through hard times in life were committing suicide by... Jet! Quiet down. And so people who were going through hard times that were committing suicide were actually ingesting pesticides to kill themselves. So it's really scary that if you ingest enough pesticide, you're pretty much committing suicide, okay? So that's how dangerous pesticides can be if you don't wash your fruits and vegetables well and you're ingesting it, you know? So doing your home garden can be a better choice than to spend all that money to like to buy your produce and stuff. But if you buy, hey Deja, how are you? You're so big now. I remember your name. Look how big you are. I just saw your mom coming by.
Yeah.
I can't believe Remember Deja? Look how big she is, guys.
Wow.
These kids are getting so big. Yeah. Hey, get back up there now. Hey, Deja, I'll see you later, sweetie, okay?
Okay.
Bye, sweetie. Get back up there now. Don't play over here. You're gonna fall. All right.
Okay, guys, hurry up, hurry up.
I don't think that thing is working. Do you need me to open the door for you, or do you need...
No, he's coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Come on, Chan, I'll get you.
Brandon, you could just open the door for him. Open the door for him. So it'll be a shortcut for you to go up there when they open the door for you. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. No, you don't want to leave it open because it's not supposed to be left open. Alright, so as I was saying, if you do your own garden, it'll be a lot better choice because you don't have to deal with the pesticides, you don't have to deal with grocery shopping where you have to drive and stuff, and it's really inconvenient. And so if you live far from grocery stores, it's going to be really inconvenient because, oh, I forgot to buy the cucumber, oh, I forgot to buy the carrots, oh, I forgot to buy the grapes to decorate the turkey, oh, I forgot to buy this and that. It becomes like such a big headache drama. Okay, so yeah, if you have a good amount of space to do your gardening, that'd be great, but you're gonna have a battlefield in having fabulous fruits and vegetables. You know why? Because soil, if you have a large field, it's gonna be a pain in the butt because the soil dries out very quickly and it could be a very big headache. And you have to deal with weeds, unwanted weeds that grow. And weeds are horrible because weeds, they rob a lot of nutrients from the soil, okay? And when they rob a lot of nutrients from the soil, your fruits and vegetables are not gonna grow healthy. And if it's not gonna grow healthy, you're pretty much eating like empty fruits and vegetables that don't have much nutrients in them. And your fruits and vegetables are not gonna grow nice, big, plump, and like juicy, healthy fruits and veggies full of antioxidants because the weeds are gonna steal all the nutrients, and it's gonna, when it gets bigger and grows bigger and larger as a big old weed in your garden, it's gonna overpower your other plant growing fruits and vegetables. And it's gonna be to a point where your garden's gonna eventually die out if you don't maintain the weeds. And the contradicting part is, they do have weed killers out there, but the thing is, if you're growing fruits and vegetables that you're gonna ingest and eat, the weed chemicals are gonna be absorbed by your fruits and vegetables too. And are you gonna wanna eat that too? It's almost like the drama headache of pesticides, okay? If you put pesticides on your fruits and vegetables to keep the bugs out from eating your garden up, if you don't wash your fruits and vegetables well, once you harvest them, if you don't wash them well, you're gonna eat those pesticides, which is gonna become poison and pretty much kill you off as a human being, as a living thing. So gardening is very difficult to maintain, okay? And if you have a big field, oh, you're gonna have to use so much water to keep it living, because some of those dry season, and when it has been raining much lately, it's gonna dry out so much that you're gonna have to keep watering and watering it. And if you live in a home where you have to pay for water, then your water bill is gonna go up a lot. And so I'm not trying to be negative about gardening, but gardening, you have to put so much time and love and money into caring for it. And you don't jump over there, okay? You go around. You don't do that because they're gonna jump down too. No, Jet. Go up there now. So gardening is very hard to maintain, and if you don't, if you live in a climate that has winter time, you have to like put mulch over it, or like some hay material over it to protect it from frost. And then when you're ready to garden again, you gotta remove all that yellow hay stack stuff, and you gotta clean it out, redo the gardening. It's just so much maintenance. It's so much love and time and energy and money you have to put into your garden. It's almost like even more convenient to just go grocery shop at the store to get your fruits and vegetables. And I guess that's what you have to deal with on your location, on where you live. If you live in the city, you have to deal with the traffic, you have to deal with the congestion, you have to deal with the loudness of neighbors nearby, you have to deal with neighbors being too close to your home the way it's designed, built, you know? Jet! Quiet down, Jet. And so there's just ups and downs for everything, I know. And if you live so far away from the grocery store, in the city where there has more competition, there's more grocery stores. Angelina, have Jet quiet down. Jet, quiet down. And so I guess you don't really have much choice then. Either you garden and deal with the pesticide problem, or deal with the weed problem and deal with the water situation where you have to constantly water the garden because it dries out so quickly. And you have to be careful on what time to water your garden, because if you water your garden when it's hot outside with the full sun, you could actually burn the living nightmare out of your plants, because the water droplets on the leaves or on the plants or on the fruits and vegetables create like a magnifying glass, and when the sun hits the water beads, it creates like a magnifying reaction where it creates high heat on the plants, and it can leave burn marks on your plants and really damage your plants, okay, or your growing garden. Okay, so, and you have to be careful not to water something like, I heard something like, try not to water it too early or too late at night or something, because the moisture buildup can cause mildew and mold in your garden or in your plants, you know, whatever. So you really decide. I mean, to do gardening is a lot of work. I recommend you to look for tutorial videos on how to do gardens. I live in the city. Well, I live in Evanston, Illinois. It's just right across the street, a block north of Chicago. We're at the borderline of Evanston, Illinois and Chicago. So I could just walk one block down, cross the street going south. I'm in Chicago. It's really weird, but that's where we live. And I'm just, even in Evanston, it's just right off the city area where there's still a lot of competition. There's different grocery stores, a variety of fruits and vegetables, a variety of meat prices. You can get quality stuff. So yeah, I'm lucky for that option. But for here, there's really not much room to garden. There's really not much, there's not that many locations for community gardening where there's a section where you can garden, okay? And there's places where you can rent by the year to do your gardening. It's up to you, and some places charge like $25 for, like, I believe for 3 months you get to garden, or if you pay $50 you get to garden for the whole year or something. So, you know, there's places like that that you can look up. And I live in a condo, and we're not allowed to do gardening because the condominium building here, 18 units, it's made, everything has to be approved by the association on what plants they're gonna grow, what selections of flowers they're gonna pick. So me, I cannot just come out here and start gardening, so I'm limited on gardening. And if I had a choice to garden, I don't think I'd do it because you have to be outside a lot, check it, you know. And another thing, don't forget, gardening is very tough too because you have to fight against the rodents. You have to fight against the bunny rabbits that come and eat your carrots. They come eat your celeries. They come eat your corn. There's mice outside that can come eat all your veggies. And there's squirrels out there that will come eat your fruits off your fruit trees. They'll eat your cherries, they'll eat the strawberries, they'll eat the blueberries, they eat the raspberries. I tell you, gardening is not easy. You could do all that hard work and grow a really, really healthy garden, but then you have all these animals that are trying to eat all your fruits and vegetables, so there's really not much. And it'll be a lot of work to put fence around it, to put a fence around it, so then squirrels and mice and bunny rabbits can't come in there and eat all your fruits and veggies that you're growing. And it's a battlefield. If you're growing cherries from a miniature dwarf tree or a big tree, you have to deal with the birds that come and eat the cherries and eat the little fruits that you grow in the trees. Or you have to deal with the caterpillars or bugs that eat up the apples that you're growing. And so it's just so much headache, believe me. It's almost like you almost have to, in order to have a really cool, great, wonderful garden, it's almost like you have to have a really amazing, well-organized, expensive quality greenhouse. It's like an indoor garden with the glass windows everywhere, and it keeps the humidity in, and the sun can still hit it and for it to grow, to keep the rodents and bugs, and keep like bugs and rodents out and stuff from eating, and keep the birds out. And so there's so many options and headaches you have to deal with. Either choose this, it's more expensive, or you go to the cheaper end and then all the animals and all the bugs get to it, and you know, you have to deal with so much headache. when it comes to gardening. But there are very successful gardeners out there that could do a great job, but hey, they do a lot of work and they're always out there maintaining to see which crop is doing well, which crop is doing bad, which one has been eaten up by bugs, which one's been eaten up by rodents or bunny rabbits or squirrels or birds. It's so much. So I don't have to deal with the problems of living so far away with to get groceries. And since I live within the limits of being close to so many competitors of different grocery stores, I have the benefits of choosing which prices I'm willing to pay, all the different vegetables I can get at different stores I could choose from. So if you really want to get into gardening, I highly recommend to look through gardening tutorials online and look up videos. You can go to the library to rent out videos, but since we have internet, you can get free videos from your laptop or your desktop computer, and you can look at it from home. So that's just all I have to say about gardening. It's just so much work. Even for me, even maintaining house plants in pots at my home, like my flowers and my plants, even that's a lot of work. Even I have to water it like 2 times a week and take care of the fallen leaves and the fallen brittle flowers, and it just kind of gets kind of messy, and then you have these little fruit flies around it and stuff, which gets pretty annoying. So the trick to fruit flies, oh yeah, another thing, the trick to getting rid of fruit flies is to have a plastic bag and put a banana peel in there and kind of fold the bag. The smell from the banana peel will attract a lot of flies, and they'll go in there and then they get trapped in there, and when you accumulate so many flies in there, just tie it up and then just kill them out, you know, get rid of the bag. So okay, another way to get rid of fruit flies, you can have a container with a plastic lid and poke a few holes in the plastic lid, and then put some like mango peels in there, or some apple that you've already eaten and then there's the core left, or any leftover fruits that you don't want to eat. Put it in there, banana peel, leftover apples that you've finished, throw it in there, and add a little bit of water and add some dish soap in it. And what happens is that the smell will attract the flies and they'll go in the little holes. Once they go in there, they have a hard time coming back out. So don't poke too many holes, just put like 1 or 2 or 3 in the center area, and just to get the smell out to attract them, and then the bugs will go in there and they get trapped. And when they're eating the fruits in there, they'll ingest some of the dish soap, and that becomes like poison to them. So sorry to be inhumane to bugs, but hey, they build up and they are pretty gross, and they'll just be all over your fruits in the bowl, outside into the kitchen area. If you don't refrigerate it, anything outside, it'll attract the bugs a lot, okay? And it'll be attracted to plants too, wet soil. They like to breed in that stuff too. So if you have plants, indoor plants, do what I said, and believe me, it'll help kill off a lot of the bugs. Okay, so I've pretty much answered the questions in here. So this message had about the protein powder stuff and about the protein bars. I've already explained in my first video about that. This is my second video explaining about the fresh produce and to substitute by creating your own garden. I've already mentioned that in this video. And so sorry I cannot demonstrate in creating a garden because I live in a condominium, and even if I had space, I don't think I would do gardening because it's just too much work, you know, and maintenance, and I don't have much time and commitment to that because I already have 5 children, and they are a lot of work, a lot of headache, a lot of drama, and they have a lot of energy for me to be able to handle. So taking care of a garden is like a whole new world to me. So that's too much work for me, so I wouldn't do a garden. But thanks for asking and, you know, seeing if I could do it. But sorry, I live in a condominium and there's no gardening space that we're allowed to do it anyways. And there are not that many community garden that you could rent space for. There would be nice if there were more space for that, but there isn't. And thanks so much to the point when the person said about the information on my food and that the food I create, you know, they're awesome and would like to see more videos in the future and agreed with 100% of my videos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the feedback, and that's what I'm here for. And I hope my videos help explain to answer your questions in your message. And that's all I have to say, and thanks for watching, and thanks for being committed to my videos. Have a great night.